Basic English Conversations. 100 Daily Topics. Lesson 1, Where are you from? Hello. Hi. How are you? I am good. How are you? Good. Do you speak English? A little. Are you American? Yes. Where are you from? I am from California. I am from Cambodia. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Lesson 2, Do you speak English? Excuse me, are you American? No. Do you speak English? A little, but not very well. How long have you been here? 2 months. What do you do for work? I'm a student. How about you? I'm a student too. 40 English Conversations. Lesson 3, What's your name? Excuse me, what's your name? My name is Jessica. What's yours? John. You speak English very well. Thank you. Do you know what time it is? Sure. It's 5:10 p.m. What did you say? I said it was 5:10 p.m. Thanks. You're welcome. Lesson 4, Asking Directions. Hi Michael. Hi Amy. What's up? I'm looking for the airport. Can you tell me how to get there? No, sorry. I don't know. I think I can take the subway to the airport. Do you know where the subway is? Sure, it's over there. Where? I don't see it. Across the street. Oh, I see it now. Thanks. No problem. Do you know if there's a restroom around here? Yes, there's one here. It's in the store. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye. Lesson 5, I'm hungry. Hi Sarah, how are you? Fine, how are you doing? What do you want to do? I'm hungry. I'd like to eat something. Where do you want to go? I'd like to go to an Italian restaurant. What kind of Italian food do you like? I like spaghetti. Do you like spaghetti? No, I don't, but I like pizza. Equals 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 equals. Lesson 6, Do you want something to drink? David, would you like something to eat? No, I'm full. Do you want something to drink? Yes, I'd like some coffee. Sorry, I don't have any coffee. That's okay. I'll have a glass of water. A small glass, or a big one? Small, please. Here you go. Thanks. You're welcome. Lesson 7, That's too late. Mary, would you like to get something to eat with me? When? At 10 o'clock. 10 in the morning? No, at night. Sorry, that's too late. I usually go to bed around 10 p.m. Okay, how about 1:30 p.m.? No, that's too early. I'll still be at work then. How about 5 p.m.? That's fine. Okay, see you then. All right. Bye. Lesson 8, Choosing a time to meet. Jennifer, would you like to have dinner with me? Yes. That would be nice. When do you want to go? Is today okay? Sorry, I can't go today. How about tomorrow night? Okay. What time? Is 9 p.m. all right? I think that's too late. Is 6 p.m. okay? Yes, that's good. Where would you like to go? The Italian restaurant on 5th Street. Oh, I don't like that restaurant. I don't want to go there. How about the Korean restaurant next to it? Okay, I like that place. Lesson 9, when do you want to go? Hi Mark. Hi. What are you planning to do today? I'm not sure yet. Would you like to have lunch with me? Yes. When? Is 11:30 a.m. okay? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you say that again, please? I said, 11:30 a.m. Oh, I'm busy then. Can we meet a little later? Okay, how about 12:30 p.m.? Where? How about Bill's Seafood Restaurant? Oh, where is that? It's on 7th Street. Okay, I'll meet you there. Lesson 10, ordering food. Hello sir, welcome to the French Garden Restaurant. How many? 1. Right, this way. Please have a seat. Your waitress will be with you in a moment. Hello sir, would you like to order now? Yes, please. What would you like to drink? What do you have? We have bottled water, juice, and Coke. I'll have a bottle of water, please. What would you like to eat? I'll have a tuna fish sandwich and a bowl of vegetable soup. Part 1 yields speaking questions. Let's move on to talk about accommodation. Tell me about the kind of accommodation you live in. Do you live in a house or a flat? Is it a big place? Does the place you live in have many amenities? What do you like about living there? Is there anything you would like to change about the place you live in? How long have you lived there? Do you plan to live there for a long time? Is there a garden in the place you live in? Advertisements. Do you like watching advertisements? Will you buy something because of an advertisement? How do you feel when you see pop-up ads on the internet? Do you like funny or serious advertisements? What makes a good advertisement? Art and photography. Do you like art? Do you think art classes are necessary? How do you think art classes affect children's development? What benefits can you get from painting as a hobby? Do you like to take photographs? Do you prefer to take photos yourself or to have other people take photos? How often do you take photographs? Do you prefer to take pictures of people or of scenery? Do you prefer to take photos with a phone or with a camera? Do you take many photographs when you travel? Do you like looking at photographs of yourself? Have you put any photographs you have taken on the walls in your house? Animals. Do you like animals? What is your favorite animal? What types of animals do you have in your country? What types of animals are kept as pets in your country? Do you think animals should be kept in zoos? Do you have any animals in your home as a pet? Did you have a pet when you were a child? Would you like to have a pet in the future? Do you have a pet? What types of animals do you think make the best pets? Why do people have pets? Should dogs be left in the house alone while their owners are at work? Is there any type of animal that you think should not be kept as a pet? Bags and boat. Have you ever taken a ride on a boat? Do you like traveling by boat? What are the advantages of traveling by boat? Do people in your country like to travel by boat? Will it get more popular in the future? Do you like bags? What types of bags do you like? Do you usually carry a bag when you go out? What types of bags do you use in your everyday life? What do you put in these bags? What sorts of bags do women like to buy? Birthdays. What did you usually do on your birthday when you were a child? How do you normally celebrate your birthday now? Is your birthday now still as important to you as when you were a child? Do you think it's important to give someone a card when it's their birthday? Do you think the price of gifts/presents is important? Books. Do you like reading books? Why? How often do you read? Do you have many books at home? Do you prefer to buy books or borrow them? What are the benefits of reading? What book would you take on a long journey? How easy is it for you to read books in English? Have you given up reading a book recently? What kind of people like reading and what kind of people don't like reading very much? What kinds of books do you like to read? What is the best book you've ever read? Is reading books a popular activity in your country? Do you think that electronic books/e-readers are better than real books? Celebrity. Who is your favorite celebrity? Do you like any foreign celebrities? Would you want to be a celebrity in the future? Do you think we should protect famous people's privacy? How do celebrities influence their fans in your country? Clothes, fashion and photos. What is your favorite item of clothing? Are there any traditional clothes in your country? Where do you usually purchase your clothes? Have you ever bought clothes online? Were you interested in fashion when you were a child? Is fashion important to you now? What types of clothes are fashionable for young people in your country these days? Does fashion change for people as they get older? Who do you usually take photos of? How do you keep your photos? Do you keep your photographs on your computer? Have you framed any of your photos? Do you prefer to send postcards to people or to send photos that you took yourself? Are there any photos on the walls of your home? Colors. What colors do you like? What's the most popular color in your country? Do you like to wear dark or bright colors? What's the difference between men and women's preference for colors? Do colors affect your mood? Computer. Do you use computers? What do you use a computer to do? Did you use computers when you were little? Do people often use computers these days? Will people continue to use computers in the future? Country. What is your country famous for? Where do you live in your country? Is it an interesting place to live? Are you planning to live there in the future? Daily routine. Tell me about your daily routine. Has your daily routine changed since you were a child? Is your daily routine different at the weekend to during the week? What would you like to change about your daily routine? Do you think it's important to have a daily routine? Dictionaries. Do you ever use a dictionary? Do you prefer paper or electronic dictionaries? Are dictionaries used a lot in schools in your country? Do you think dictionaries are useful for learning a language? Dreams. Do you dream much at night? Do you often remember your dreams? Do you think we can learn anything from dreams? Do people in your country talk about their dreams? Do you think that dreams can come true? Email. What kinds of emails do you receive about your work or studies? Do you prefer to email, phone, or text your friends? Do you reply to emails as soon as you receive them? Are you happy to receive emails that are advertising things? Do you email people often? Do you chat with friends or family more with email? Do you think people prefer to receive an email or a letter? Do you think it's easier to write an email or a letter? Do you think email will eventually replace letter writing? Exercise. Do you do much exercise? Do you do more exercise now than when you were a child? Do people in your country do a lot of exercise? What do you think is the best exercise to keep fit? Have the types of exercise people like to do changed since you were a child? Family and housework. How many people are there in your immediate family? Who do you get on best with in your family? Do you have a large extended family? What do you do together with your family? Why is family important to you? Do you do housework at home? What kind of housework do you often do? Did you do housework when you were a child? Do you think that children should do housework? Do you all live in the same house? Who is your favorite family member? Do you have a large family or a small family? Can you tell me something about your family members? How much time do you manage to spend with members of your family? Do you get on well with your family? Why? Flowers. Have you ever given anybody flowers? Is it popular to give flowers to people in your country? On what special occasions do people give flowers in your country? What kinds of flowers would you like to receive as a present? Friends. Do you have a lot of friends? Who is your best friend and why? Who would you most like to be friends with and why? What kind of person can you make friends with easily? Which is more important to you, friends or family? Food. Do you enjoy cooking? What type of things can you cook? What kinds of food are popular in your country? Is it an important part of your culture to have dinner parties? Do you prefer to eat with other people or on your own? Do you have a healthy diet? Do you prefer eating at home or eating out? Do you like ordering food to be delivered? Who do you get food delivered with? Do you eat meals differently now compared to when you were little? Gift and noise. Do you mind noises? What types of noise do you come across in your daily life? Are there any sounds that you like? Where can you hear loud noises? Do you think there's too much noise in modern society? Are cities becoming noisier? When do you send gifts? When was the last time you received a gift? Have you received a gift you didn't like? How do you feel when you receive a gift? Do people in your country send gifts to show their generosity? High school. Who was your favorite teacher in high school? What was your favorite subject in high school? Do you still remember what happened on your first day of high school? Do you still keep in touch with your friends from high school? Do you miss your life in high school? Home. Who do you live with? What is your favorite room in your home? How is your home decorated? Do you like visitors coming to your home? Hometown. Where is your hometown? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Is there any way your hometown could be made better? How important is your hometown to you? Can you tell me about your hometown? How has your hometown changed over the years? Do you think you will continue to live in your hometown? How often do you visit your hometown? How many people live in your hometown? What kind of jobs do the people in your hometown do? What is your hometown famous for? What's the oldest part of your hometown? Humor. What type of programs do you find funny on TV? Which types of programs are most popular in your country? What kind of things make you laugh? Do you like to make people laugh? Indoor activities and transportation. Do you prefer public transportation or private transportation? What are the most popular means of transportation in your hometown? Is it easy to catch a bus in your country? Is driving to work popular in your country? What do you think will become the most popular means of transportation in your country? Do you like indoor activities? What indoor activities do you like? How much time do you spend indoors every week? What types of indoor activities are popular in your country? Internet. How important is the internet to you? Do you use the internet more for work or in your free time? What are your favorite websites? Do you think you use the internet too much? How will the internet develop in the future? What are the positive and negative things about the internet? Lifestyle. What do you do in your free time? Do you have a busy social life? Do you lead an active life? Has your life changed much in the last year? What would you like to change about your lifestyle? What type of activities do you like to do in your free time? How long have you been interested in these activities? Do you like to do these activities alone or with other people? Why? Do you think people have enough free time? Major. Do you work or study? What is your major? Or what was your major? Did you or do you like it? Is it a popular major at your university? Why did you choose that major? What is the most difficult part of studying that subject? Do you plan to use the subject you are studying in the future? If you could change to another major, what would it be? Would you change it if you had the chance? Mobile phones. Do you have a mobile phone? At what age did you first get a mobile? What do you most use it for? Is it a nuisance if people use mobiles in public places such as trains and buses? Movies. How often do you go to the cinema? Are cinema tickets expensive in your country? What are the advantages of seeing a film at the cinema? Do you usually watch films alone or with others? Which actor would you like to play you in a film? Museums. Are museums popular in your country? Did you visit museums when you were a child? Do you like to visit museums nowadays? Do you think you should pay to visit museums? Music. How do you listen to music? When do you listen to music? What's your favorite kind of music? Is music an important subject at school in your country? What kinds of music are most popular in your country? Do you like to listen to live music? Is live music popular in your country? Have you ever been to a concert before? Or have you ever been to a musical performance? How much time do you spend listening to music every day? Are your music tastes varied? What is your favorite song? Do you like to sing along to your favorite songs? Are you learning to play a musical instrument at the moment? Musical instruments. Do you think it's important for children to learn to play a musical instrument? Do children have to learn to play a musical instrument at school in your country? Have you ever learned to play a musical instrument? What do you think is the best age to start learning to play a musical instrument? What do you think would be the most difficult musical instrument to learn to play? Do you think it is important to have a sense of humor? Why? Neighbors. Do you know the people who live next door to you? How often do you see each other? What kind of relationship do you have? How can neighbors be helpful? What kind of problems can people have with their neighbors in a big city? Newspaper and magazine. Which do you prefer reading, newspapers or magazines? What type of stories do you like to read about? Do you think reading a magazine or a newspaper can help you learn a language? Why do you think some people prefer magazines to newspapers? Do you often read newspapers? Do you prefer to read local news or international news? Which is more popular where you live, newspapers or magazines? Do many people today read newspapers? In the future, do you think more people than today will read magazines or fewer people? Do you think newspapers will be very important to you in the future? Outdoor activities. Do you like outdoor activities? What outdoor sports do you like? How much time do you spend outdoors every week? What types of outdoor activities are popular in your country? Patience and politeness. What do you think patience is? Do you think patience is important? Do you think you are a patient person? Have you ever lost your patience? Are you a polite person? Who taught you to be polite? Is it important to be polite? What do you do if others are not polite to you? Public transport. What kinds of public transport do you have in your country? What kinds of public transport do most people use? What is your favorite type of public transport? What do you do when you are traveling on public transport? How could public transport in your country be improved? Seasons. What is your favorite season? Tell me about the different seasons in your country. How do the clothes people wear in your country change with the seasons? Do any types of jobs people do in your country change with the seasons? Is tourism popular in a particular season in your country? What season, or weather, do you think is most suitable for work and/or study? Sports. Do you play any sports? Do you watch sports on TV? What is the most popular sport in your country? How do people in your country stay fit? Is it important for children to play sports? Is there a lot of sports on television in your country? What sports do children normally do at school? Do you think people do enough sport these days? The Internet. Do you use the Internet? Are children allowed to use the Internet at school in your country? Do you think that the Internet is useful for study? Have you ever used the Internet to buy something? Are there any dangers in buying things online? The sea. Do you like to go on holiday by sea? Are there many hotels by the sea in your country? What kind of activities can people do by the sea? How long do people normally visit the sea when they go on holiday? Timing. Is being late acceptable in your culture? Are you ever late for appointments? What type of excuses do you think are alright for lateness? How do you feel when someone is late for an appointment with you? Travel. Where was the last place you visited on holiday? Would you like to go back there again? What kind of tourist destinations do you usually prefer? Has a foreign visitor ever stayed at your home? What's the best way to save money while traveling? Trees. Do you like trees? Are there many trees in your hometown? Do you think there are enough trees in most cities? What are the benefits of planting more trees? TV. Do you like watching TV? How often do you watch TV? What kind of TV programs do you like to watch? What is your favorite TV show now? What was your favorite show when you were a child? What are the most popular TV shows in your country? Do you like watching TV shows from other countries? Has the Internet affected your viewing habits? How many hours a day do you spend watching television? Do you think children in your country watch too much television? Do you think television is useful for education in schools? Volunteer works. Have you ever worked before? What was your first day at work like? Have you participated in any volunteer work? Why did you do the volunteer work? Do you know any volunteers? How do you define volunteer work? Weather. How is the weather today? What's your favorite kind of weather? Is there any type of weather you really don't like? What is the climate like in your country? Does the weather affect people's lives in your country? Do people change in the summer? Does bad weather ever affect transport in your country? Tell me about the weather in your country at different times of the year. Which time of the year did you enjoy the most when you were a child? Do you, usually, pay attention to weather forecasts? Has the weather changed much in your country in recent years? What's the weather usually like in your country, or your hometown? How is the weather here different from the weather in your home country? Would you say the weather in your hometown is suitable for working, or studying? Would you like to move to a place with different weather? Does the weather affect the way that you feel? Do people like the weather in your country? Do the kinds of outside activities people do in your country change when the weather changes? Work. Do you have a job right now? Do you enjoy your job? What responsibilities do you have at work? What is your typical day like at work? What would you change about your job? What job do you think you will be doing in 5 years? What skills and qualifications are required for this job? Do you get on well with your coworkers? Are there good work opportunities in your home country? Writing. Do you enjoy writing? What age do children normally learn to write in your country? Did you write a lot when you were a child? Do you ever write letters? Do you prefer writing letters or sending emails? Part 2 IELTS Speaking Questions. Describe an advertisement that persuaded you to buy a product. You should say what advertisement it was. Was it shown on TV, radio, or newspaper? What was good about that advertisement? Explain why you think that advertisement made the product seem attractive. A challenging thing you did. Describe a challenging thing you have done. You should say when you did it, why you did it, how you handled this challenge, and explain why you thought it was challenging. A person you know. Describe an old person that you know. You should say what your relationship is with this person. How often do you see them? What people think about this person. Explain why you like them. Describe a child that you know and like a lot. You should say who the child is. How do you know them? What do they enjoy doing? Explain why you like them a lot. Describe someone who has had an important influence on your life. You should say who the person is. How long you have known him/her. What qualities this person has. Explain why they have had such an influence on you. Describe a person that you think is very interesting. You should say who is this person? How you met them. What they like to talk about. Explain why this person is very interesting. Describe a very intelligent person you know. You should say who is this person? When and where you first met them, him or her. What this person does in life, example work/study. And explain why you think this person is intelligent. Describe your favorite teacher from school. You should say what school he/she taught at. What he/she looked like. What subject he/she taught you. Explain why you remember this teacher so well. Describe your favorite childhood friend. You should say who he/she is. Where you met each other. What you often did together. And explain what made you like him/her. Describe a person you know who loves to grow plants, vegetables, fruits, flowers. Please tell me who is this person? What they grow. Where they grow them. Explain why they enjoy growing plants. Describe a present or gift you have given someone. You should say who you gave it to. What kind of present it was. How it compared to other presents you have given. Explain why you decided to give this particular gift. Describe a present or gift someone gave you that you really liked. You should say what kind of present it was. Who gave it to you. Why you were given it. Explain why you liked it. Describe a person who taught you something important. You should say Who this person was. What they taught you. How they taught it to you. And explain why you think what they taught is important. Animal. Describe an interesting animal you have seen. You should say what animal it was, when and where you saw it, and explain how you feel about this animal, and explain why you think this animal is interesting. Art. Talk about a painting you would like to have in your home. You should say what is it, how you know about it, how much it would cost you, and explain why you want to have it in your home. A time when someone apologized to you. Describe a time when someone apologized to you. You should say when this happened, what you were doing, who apologized to you, and explain why they apologized to you. Books. Talk about a book you are reading now or have read recently. You should say how and why you got it, how long it took you to read it, or how long you have been reading it, what kind of book it is, and say if you would like to read something else similar or not, and why. Talk about a book you have never read but would like to read. You should mention how well known it is, why you would like to read it, why you have never read it before, and say how you think it will compare to other books you have read. Talk about a book or novel you recently read. Please tell me who wrote this, what it is about. Explain if you enjoyed reading it, and why do you think you will read the book again or not. Buildings. Describe a building that you particularly like. You should say where the building is, what it looks like, what you can do there. Explain why you like this building. Business. Describe a small business you want to start. You should say what business it would be, when you want to start it, why you have not started it yet, and explain why you want to start this business. Describe a successful small business that you know about. You should say what business/company it is, what this business does, how you know about this business, and explain why you think this business/company is successful. Change. Describe a positive change in your life. You should say what the change was about, when it happened. Describe details of the change that happened, and describe how it affected you later in life. Clothes. Describe your favorite piece of clothing. You should say where you got it, do you often wear it, when you wear it, and explain why it is your favorite piece of clothing. Describe a uniform you have worn, such as a school or company uniform. You should say what it looked like, when and where you needed to wear this uniform, who paid for this uniform, and explain how you felt about that uniform. City. Describe your favorite city or a city you have visited that you like very much. You should say what is its name and where it is, when you visited it, why you liked it, and the major attractions in this city are. Company. Describe an organization or a company that you know. Please say how big is it, do you find this company to be successful, why, what can you say about the working environment there, and if you would like to work there. Daily routine. Describe your favorite part of the day. You should say what time of day this is, what you like to do at this time, who you are usually with. Explain why this is your favorite part of the day. Decision. Describe an important decision you have made. You should say what the decision was, why you made that choice, who helped you make the choice, and explain why the decision was so important. Electronic devices. Describe a useful electronic device you would like to own. You should say what it is, how it would help your life, if it would be expensive to buy, and explain why you would like it. Describe a piece of electronic equipment that you have. You should say what it is, what you used it for, how long you have used it, and describe why it is important to you. Describe a piece of electronic equipment that you find useful. You should say what it is, how you learned to use it, how long you have had it, and explain why you find this piece of electronic equipment useful. Entertainment. Describe a comedian that you think is very funny. You should say who the comedian is, where they usually perform, who likes to see the comedian. Explain why you think this comedian is very funny. Describe a TV show that you enjoy. You should say what type of show it is, how often it is on, how popular it is with other people in your country. Explain why you like it. Describe a performance you enjoyed watching. You should say what the performance was, when and where you watched the performance, who was performing, or who performed, and explain why you enjoyed the performance. Environment. Describe an environmental problem or event. You should say what it is, where is it happening, what problems it causes, and what do you think will happen in the future regarding this event. Exercise. Describe a type of exercise that you like to do. You should say what the exercise is, when you do it, where you do it. Explain why you like this particular exercise. Exciting experience. Describe an exciting experience you've had. You should say when it was, where you were, what it was, and explain what made this experience especially exciting. Family. Talk about the last time your whole family got together. You should mention where you met, what you did together, how long have you spent together, and say if you would like to do the same thing again soon or not, and why. Describe a family member that you get on well with. You should mention what their personality is like, what things they like doing, if they have any strong dislikes, and say why you think you have a good relationship. Describe one of your relatives. You should say what that person looks like, what that person's character is like, what they are doing at the moment, and say which other relative of yours they are most similar to. Describe a family member you spend a lot of time with. You should say who is this person, what you usually do together, what kind of person he/she is, and explain why you spend the most time with him/her. Food. Describe a famous food from your hometown or country. You should say what it looks like, what it tastes like, when and how it is usually eaten, and say why you think it is famous. Describe a meal that you had that you remember well. You should say where the meal was, why you had the meal, who you went with. Explain why you remember this particular occasion. Describe a meal that you ate out. You should say where you went, what you ate, who you went with. Explain why you remember this meal. Friends. Describe a friend who has played an important part in your life. You should say how you met this person, how long you have known him or her, the kind of things you do or have done together, and explain why this person has been important in your life. Describe a friend you had in primary school. You should say what that person was like, how long you were friends for, What things you did together. And say whether you are still in contact with that person or not, and why. Furniture. Describe a piece of furniture that you own. You should say what it is, where you bought it, how you use it, and explain why you like it. Garden. Describe a garden or park you enjoyed visiting. You should say where it was, what it looked like, what you did, or were doing, there, and explain why you liked it. Gifts. Describe a present that you gave someone. You should say who you gave it to, why you decided to give them a present, why you chose that present, and say how that present compares to other presents you have given that person or other people. Health. Describe your, or your friend's, experience with an illness or injury. You should say what it was, when it happened, how you, or your friend, handled it, and say how you feel about it now. Describe something healthy you enjoy doing. You should say what you do, where you do it, who do you do it with, and explain why you think doing this is healthy. Describe an article you read in a magazine or on the internet that could help people improve their health. You should say when you read it, where you read it, what it was about, and explain why you think it could improve people's health. Help. Describe a time when you helped someone. You should say when you helped, how you helped, how you felt after helping, and if you will help them in the future. History. Describe a historical place that you have visited. You should say what kind of place it is, where it is located, what is the historical significance of the place is, and describe your experience of the place. Hobbies. Talk about a leisure activity you did when you were a child. You should say how you first became interested in it, how long you did it, or have been doing it for, why you enjoyed doing it, and say if you have become more or less interested in that hobby since you were a child, and why. Holiday. Talk about an activity you like doing when you are on holiday. You should say where do you usually do it, who do you do it with, why do you enjoy it, and say whether you also enjoyed doing that when you were a child or not, and why. Talk about somewhere you went on holiday. You should say how you got there, what activities you did there, who you went with, and say if you would recommend that holiday to a friend or not, and why. Talk about your dream holiday. You should say where you would like to go, what kind of accommodations you would like, what activities you would like to do, and say if you ever think you will go on a holiday like that or not, and why. Talk about your plans for your next long vacation. You should say where do you want to go, who do you want to go there with, what do you want to do when you get there, and say how likely you are to do what you have planned and why. Home. Describe a house or apartment you would like to live in. You should say where it is / where it would be, what you would like to do there, who you would like to live there with, and explain why you would like to live in this place. Hometown. Describe an important building in your hometown or city. You should say where it is, what it looks like, what it is used for, and explain why you think it is important. Describe a change that could improve your local area. You should say what the change would be, how this change could be made, what problems are causing the need for this change, and explain how this change would improve your local area. Influence. Describe someone who has had an important influence in your life. You should say who the person is, how long you have known him or her, what qualities this person has, and explain why this person has had such an influence on you. Internet. Describe a website that you often use. You should say what type of website it is, how you found out about it, what it allows you to do, and why you find it useful, and how it compares to other similar websites. Language. Talk about one method of learning a foreign language you have used. You should say what you did, how long have you used this method for, how it compares to other methods of learning a language, and say if you will use that same method in the future or not, and why. Talk about an English language book you have read or used. You should say why you bought or used that book, what you learned from using it, if it was difficult or easy to use, and say if you would use a similar book again or not, and why. Talk about a language test you have taken. You should say where you took the test, how long it took, what skills and language knowledge you were tested on, and say if you think the test was a good indicator of your language level or not, and why. Lake/river. Describe an important lake/river in your country. Please tell me where it is located, how big/long it is, what it looks like. Explain why it is important. Late. Describe a time you were late for something. You should say when it was, why you were late, how people reacted to you being late, and explain what happened because you were late. Machine. Describe the most useful household appliance that you have. You should say what it is, how it works, how life would be without it, and explain why it is so important to you. Memory. Describe an occasion when you forgot something important. You should say what you forgot, how important it was, some possible reasons why you forgot it, and if you think this will happen again. Memories. Describe a happy childhood event. You should say when it happened, who was involved, how you felt at the time. Explain why you remember this particular occasion. Mobile phone. Describe a time when you couldn't use your mobile phone. You should say where it was, what you were doing at this time, when it was, and explain why you were not able to use your mobile phone. Money. Describe what you would do if you received a very large amount of money. You should say who you would share it with, what you would buy, what else you would do, and explain how you would feel about getting so much money. Describe a special day out that cost you little money/did not cost you much. You should say when the day was, where you went, how much you spent, and explain how you feel about the day. Describe something special that you saved money to buy. You should say what it was, how long it took you to save enough money to buy it, why you wanted to buy this thing, how you got, or earned, the money, and explain how you felt when, or after, you bought it. Music. Talk about a musical instrument you would like to be able to play but have never tried. You should say what the instrument looks like, what it sounds like, what kinds of people it is popular with, and say if you think you will ever try to play that instrument or not, and why. Describe your favorite song. You should say what is the name of the song, what the song is about, when you first heard the song. Explain why it is your favorite song. News. Describe an interesting piece of news that you have recently read about or heard about. You should say what the story was, who was involved in the story, where you read or heard about this story, and explain why this news story was interesting to you. Describe some good news that you recently received. You should say what the news was, how you got the news, who else you told about it. Explain why this was good news. Describe a person who is often in the news and who you would like to meet. You should say who is this person is, how do you know him/her, why he/she is often in the news, and explain why you would like to meet him/her. Parenting. Describe people that you know and believe to be very good parents. You should say who they are, how you met them, why do you think they are good parents, and explain what it requires to be good parents. Party. Describe the best party you have been to. You should say whose party it was, who was there, what happened at the party, and explain what made it so enjoyable. Talk about a birthday party you can remember well. You should say how you celebrated, who you were with, why do you remember that day, and say how it was different from other birthdays you have had before or since. Describe a typical festival or celebration in your country. You should say when it usually happens, what it is celebrating, what people do, and say if that is your favorite celebration or not, and why. Describe your favorite festival or celebration. You should say what time of year it is, why do you like it, what you usually do, and say how that festival or celebration compares to others in your country or abroad. Describe a crowded place you've been to. You should say when you go there, where the place is, or was, who you went there with, and explain how you felt about the place. Plans. Talk about one thing you are going to do next weekend. You should mention where you are going to do it, who you are going to do it with, any equipment you need to do it, and say whether you are looking forward to it or not and why. Talk about one thing you are planning to do after you pass the IELTS test. You should say when you think you will do it, why do you want to do it, how long you have had that plan, and say whether there are any other options for what you could do which might be just as good. Talk about a goal or ambition you have. You should say when and why you first discovered you had that goal or ambition, what you need to do to make it come true, what your next step needs to be, and say if you think you will achieve that goal or ambition or not, and why. Presents or gifts. Describe a photograph that you like. You should say who is in the photograph, when the photograph was taken, where the photograph is. Explain why you like the photograph. Products. Describe something which is produced in your country, such as food, a handicraft, or a car. You should say what it is, what it is used for, how it is made or produced, and explain why your country produces this thing. Reading. Describe your favorite book. You should say when you read the book, what the book is about, why did you read it, explain why this book is your favorite. Describe a website that you visit a lot. You should say what is the website about, how you found the website, who else you told about the website. Explain why you visit the website a lot. Restaurants. Describe a restaurant or a cafe you often go to. You should say where it is, what it looks like, what kind of services are provided, What kind of food do you like there / what kind of food is famous? And say why you like it. Rules. Describe a traffic rule or law you know about. You should say what it is, how you know about it, if you follow this rule or law, and explain why this rule is important. Describe a rule you had to obey when you were in school. You should say what the rule was, if you agreed with the rule, why the rule existed, and what would happen if students broke the rule. School. Describe a school that you are attending or attended in the past. You should say what it looks like from the outside, what it looks like inside, what facilities it has, and say if you think it is a good school building or not, and why. Talk about a subject you would like to study in the future. You should say why do you want to study that subject? What things about that subject do you find particularly interesting? Where it is possible to study that subject. And say if you think you will start studying it soon or not, and why. Science. Describe an area of science that you are interested in. You should say what it is, what you can learn from it, when you started becoming interested in it, and explain how this area of science helps you. Describe a scientific subject that you learned about in high school. You should say what subject it was, who taught you this. Personal information questions. Questions. What's your name? My name's Jacob. Where are you from? I'm from London. Where do you come from? I come from London. That's another way of asking the question, where are you from? What is your surname? Brown. What is your family name? My family name is Brown. This is another way of asking someone's surname. Family name and surname mean the same thing. What's your first name? My first name is John. What's your address? I stay at 13 United Street. Where do you live? I live in England. What's your telephone number? My number is 845 676. What's your email address? You can email me at john@gmail.com. How old are you? 38. I'm 38 years old. When and where were you born? I was born in 1974 in London. Are you married? No, I'm single. Yes, I am married. What's your marital status? I'm married. What do you do? Or what's your job? I'm an English teacher. I teach English at the high school. Where did you go? I went shopping with a friend. What did you buy? We bought some new clothes on sale. Where were you? I was in London for the weekend. Have you got a car / job / house / etc.? Yes, I've got a hatchback. Yes, I drive a sedan. A hatchback car has a full-width door at the back end, that opens upwards to provide easy access for loading. A sedan car is a four-door vehicle that often seats 4 to 5 people and has characteristics such as a closed roof. Have you got a house? No, I live in a flat. Have you got any children? Yes, I have got 3 children, 2 boys and a daughter. No, not yet. Can you play tennis? Yes, I can play tennis. No, I play football. Can you speak English? No, I cannot speak Chinese. Yes, I can. But I am not fluent, I am learning to speak English. Could you speak English when you were 5 years old? Yes, I could speak English when I was 5 years old. No, I couldn't. English is not my native language. Introducing yourself and saying hello. How do you do? How do you do? Pleased to meet you. How are you? Fine, thanks. And you? Shopping questions. How can I help you? May I help you? Yes. I'm looking for a sweater. No thanks, I am just looking around. Can I try it on? Sure, the changing rooms are over there. Have you got something bigger? Certainly, we've got larger sizes as well.